Hey everybody, and welcome back to Sister Talk. I am Marie and this is
Yvette.
And together we are Sister Talk. So today we are going to be reviewing a hairstyling product, the Revlon One Styler and Volumizer. So I know this is something that I think is really, really cool because I personally like a smooth, voluminous look. Disclaimer guys, I have used this already, okay? And I used it when my hair was sopping wet, okay? First con is it takes forever to dry if your hair is sopping wet. So I would not recommend that. I definitely think you should definitely towel dry it very well before you use it. So that's the first con. The second con on it is that it is very loud. I'll turn it on for you guys here in a minute when I demonstrate it for you guys. It is very loud, and it does get hot. When on the highest setting, it gets really, really hot. So you definitely need to be using some kind of hair heat protectant for your hair if you're using it at that level. Well, if you're using it any level really. I'm really big on hair protection, heat protection for your hair. I'm a hairstylist and educator, cosmetologist educator, so I'm always preaching take care of your hair. So, and protect it from the heat elements. So, but yeah, it's very loud, it gets very hot, so if you don't use heat protection, it can burn your hair, okay? So keep that in mind. It can burn your hair. We're gonna be using it on my hair because obviously my sister's hair is fairly smooth and straight. She has a little bit of wave, but I'm the one that has the most texture in my hair, so I think for demonstration purposes it's probably better for you guys to see it on my kind of hair. I have used this on curlier hair than mine, tightly coiled hair, and it does work. I will say that does it get it like stick straight? No, but it gets it really smooth in my experience. So yeah, tip on when using this is you want to section it accordingly. So usually rule of thumb, when you're doing any kind of round brushing, you want to use, or you're using a curling iron or anything like that, the amount of hair you want to use is the diameter of the actual tool that you're using. So you don't want to take more than what the tool can actually handle. So if you take more, if you take a big old chunk, one, is not going to dry fast enough. Two, is going to get really frizzy because it's not drying fast enough and you have too much hair in your tool. And three, is it's gonna tangle because you're doing too much. You're overpowering the tool when the tool is supposed to be doing that. So yeah.
So you part it like if you were flat ironing it, basically the same way.
Yes, you can. You can obviously because it's huge. It does have weight to it too. But I can do my whole head in like 30 minutes, which is, you know, I have a lot of hair too. So I have very thick hair and it's long, so I can do my whole hair in 30 minutes if I'm uninterrupted. So there's that too.
As opposed to when I'm flat ironing, for me, it'll take me maybe up to 45 to an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same with me, about 45 to an hour. Probably closer to the hour because lately, since having her, my texture has changed. So
it takes a lot more practice.
Takes a lot of, yes, because you still see the little waves from my curl. But yeah, so what we're gonna do now is I will be back in a moment. I'm gonna go wet my. Sorry, I'm gonna go wet half of my hair down, and the other half I'll leave it so you can do a comparison. So we'll be right back. Okay, so I wet my hair down. I put some a little bit of leave-in and a little bit of heat protection in it already. So I towel dried it very well. So now I'm going to first let's turn this on. Well, you know what? Let me section out a piece. So I'm gonna do about this much.
It's about a quarter of your head.
Yeah. So that's, yeah. Okay, so it has 3 settings, so high, low, and cool. What I like to do is I usually use it on low because I don't like that much heat on my hair. And then when I'm done, when I'm satisfied with the doneness of it, I switch it to cool so it can set what it did. So let's go ahead and go to low. So that's the sound of it. You want to hear high? How's that go? So I'm done with this side, and so we can compare the 2 sides. So you can see that took me, how long did that actually take me to do? About 5 10 minutes to do the whole half of my hair. But you can get this from Amazon, you can get it from Ulta.
How much did you pay?
Retail price on it is about $50. I want to say it's about anywhere between $49.99 to $64.99. Alright guys, well again, my recommendations for this is that get it if you're looking for it. If you don't want to spend like a shit ton of money on a tool that you're probably gonna use every once in a while. Like I use this every once in a while, but I do think that it's handy to have in my toolbox. But try it if you're curious about it. Get it. I highly recommend it. But I do recommend that you use heat protection because, like I said, again for the 50th time, it gets freaking hot. It burned my fingers. So use heat protection on it and go to town. It's a great product, so I highly recommend it. And I'm sure she recommends it too, but she's just not a volume girl, guys. She's boring.
I already have to.
But all right, with that, thank you guys so much for coming back to our channel,
And we'll see you next week.
bye.
Bye.